You said your boy.
I said, Childish Gambino.
Oh,
So
Oh,
what's the Childish
I
Gambino
wanted
concert
to go.
at the Barclays Center, man?
It might be the last time he's ever in concert.
boy.
Yeah, probably not.
How was it?
I got some questions, man.
Oh
Like
damn!
you know, I go to the concert, right?
Shit. Go ahead.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like
You felt
that
like the only
concert.
black person there?
No, well, yeah, partially. Um, but I would have to say like that concert had to have been the most amazing futuristic concert I've ever been to in my life. That shit was insane. And I was like, who the fuck you think you are?
He's Childish
Where
Gambino.
Who
you
the fuck
get
you
off?
think you are to do some shit like that? Okay,
He's
it was.
Donald
Dear Kick
Glover.
cereal.
Huh?
But
Dear Kick cereal. Where do you get off?
it's like, how dare you? Fucking light shows and all. Yo, let me say, yo, the concert was like Willow Smith. She opened up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she opened up.
So you
When I
saw Mohini Day and the Pocket Queen, her bassist and her drummer is sick as hell. But anyway,
oh yeah, I didn't get to see John because we had like kind of had like high seats or whatever. She killed it. Um, I could tell like Donald, he's such a nerd. He's like, yo, we got all this new technology, man. We got this new technology. We're gonna test it out, man. You know, and it was very like you like I look at his concert, like his performance, and like the Michael Jackson influence is heavy, like heavy. Like the technology was like out of this world. Like he came out, yeah, like he was performing like this helmet,
Yeah.
kind of like Daft Punk style, and
Yeah.
then there was like a mirror that would come down, and like his face was like in a hologram performing while this shit was like nuts. It was insane. The song list, the song tracks, like he did it all of it. Um,
Did he do some of his like older stuff?
yeah, he did Bonfire, he did
I
LES,
really wanted
like
to go.
all of it, man.
Oh.
Shabuzi came out. Shabuzi came out to perform. Um, I haven't listened to the new album yet.
I did.
But he ended the show with the new song. Like he kind of ended it on Redbone, and then everybody thought the show was over. And then when you look on the screen, it goes Lithonia. So then everybody just starts going crazy, and then he goes out and he's like performing it. So
Yeah.
but the court, the performances, the soundtrack, everything was like phenomenal. Like my mind was blown. Crazy. I'll send y'all some videos.
good shit.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah.
I want to see.
The question I have, right, is like
Yes.
because of that, and it's like, yo, with him, it's kind of hard to tell. It's like, is he a mainstream artist or is he like a underground kind of artist?
Define mainstream.
Like he has mainstream hits, right? He like This Is
Mhm.
America, 3005, Redbone, right?
Mhm.
But then I also feels like he's like very under the radar in a way. You know what I mean? Like he's kind of like
I feel like he's
I don't
under
think
the
he's under the radar.
radar. Huh?
I don't think Childish. I don't think he's under the radar.
musically.
There's some tracks where it's like it's not gonna hit radio like that. It's like he's not completely under the radar. I feel like he's under the radar only because of who he is and the type of shit that he talks about on his albums. Like you don't realize how many times he references like like feeling like a freaking alien on his albums. Like he feels like he's not a part of the world.
Yeah.
In the narrative of like even freaking because of the internet, definitely.
Yeah.
This last one,
The bando.
yeah, and then the one before that he re-released.
Mm.
And kind of like Awaken My Love was kind of like him trying to be on Earth. And just was like, you know what if I just did like a soul album? Like what? Like, what would that sound like? And then he just did that.
Mm.
But like I feel like he feels othered. He others himself a lot of the time, and that's what it makes it feel like he's not really mainstream.
Right.
He just doesn't drop it that. You know, he doesn't drop a lot.
No.
So like, if he dropped as much as any of these guys who's trying to prove how trying to be the top guy, the mainstream would eat it up the same. Even like.
Yeah, because a lot of his music is kind of like you hear certain like songs that he does, you'd be like, oh, that sounds like some Kanye. Oh, that sounds like some Daft Punk. Oh, that sounds like some Marvin Gaye shit. Like like he's a very well versed artist. Like I'm sitting there, I'm listening to the songs, I'm just like, shit. Like, but I noticed with his fan base, they're very understanding. There's more like, hey, I'm just gonna drop this and I'm gonna go away for a while, and then his fans are like, okay,
cool.
Right? Like the Barclays still sold out. It's okay.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like they seem very understanding, like his fan base,
And that's all you can really ask for. Like there's a lot of artists that we grew up with and they try to do something different and their fan base is like, oh, go back to the old shit, what the fuck is this? Da 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 da. And like in terms of like Linkin Park and freaking Chester,
yeah,
they will kill themselves over this shit because this is their life. Like they just want to try something new. And sometimes it doesn't work, but that's okay. You just need to give your favorite artist, a chance to actually flesh out what it is that they want to create.
Yeah, you gotta give them time to grow. You know what I mean? They can't stay stuck on one sound forever just because.
Can you imagine him not making "Awaken My Love" right after because of the internet? Now, if I would say one of his albums that was mainstream because of the internet,
yeah,
definitely. And then to immediately do "Awaken My Love," and then right after that, "This Is America," and then right after that, "Ada Vista," like you're not getting that from anybody else.
No, you're not. It's too many talents. It's too many lanes where he can kill it on either platform. Like he could go like full rock, or he do some hip hop shit, or he could just do straight R&B. It's just like it hits, and
What's that look, Gray?
I'm just not the biggest Childish Gambino fan. I don't feel like any of these things. Like I can get it that he probably like if it's a dope show, it's a dope show. I'm not a big Logic fan, and the last Logic show, when I did see Logic perform, he killed it. It was an amazing performance, Yeah. But yeah, like just don't get the draw of Childish Gambino for the most part. I like 3005. Like This Is America was okay to me, and I felt like it was overblown because people started making it about like this whole like trying to say how political it was and stuff like that.
Political though. It wasn't as deep as people were making it, but it was a political statement. Like I get what you're saying, but yeah.
I'm saying when you look at the lyrics and stuff like that, what he's actually saying.
The video made it more political than the actual song.
Yeah, it was like a viral.
That's what I was talking about.
Like it's entertainment in general, you know. Like and so okay, and I'll give him the pass for that. But like I'm just being honest as how I critique the shit, how I critique music, and how I critique artists and stuff like that. Just not the biggest fan of him, and I didn't like the fact that like. Even like songs like Redbone, they try to say how political it was and stuff like that, and how much he's talking about colorism and stuff like that. I'm like,
He
where?
really wasn't.
I'm
He really
like,
wasn't.
why was
And
it even called Redbone?
he wasn't. And whatchamacallit, the only reason why people are saying that is because it was an intro to Get Out, and that's the whole point of the movie, not the song. Like,
They just really put so much significance in the "stay woke" 2 words. But anyway, I didn't I'm not hating on the guy,
it sounds like you are. Like, honestly,
enjoy.
it really no,
Like,
hold on.
because
Hold
that
on.
album, whatever album that wasn't the
Awaken My
only
Love.
song.
No, it
Okay,
wasn't.
and how many songs on there were just like covers?
On what? Which album?
"Awaken My Love."
Um,
How many of those were basically like so heavily sampled that they were damn near just covers of? Because Redbone is very, very close to the original song. I forgot the
What's the
name of it.
original song?
I didn't know. I
I'll
didn't know
find
it
it
was
for
a
you.
sample. Well, I mean, yeah, I feel like Charles Gambino, he was kind of under my radar as well. Like I didn't really hear much about him until like I know Steph was like like a huge fan. So then I was like, okay, I used to hear a few songs back then, but it was just it really wasn't hitting. And I'm like, see, that's the problem. Like, is it because he chooses not to do that, or they just the industry don't want to like fuck with it like that, or And then my other question is like, like the whole it was supposed to be a duo between him and like Chance. I said, now what if those two got together? That would have been insane.
They did a couple songs together.
Oh,
I think they're supposed to do like a project or something like that together. Like I think.
I feel like it would just be goofy, but it's like Chance goofy by himself anyway. So
Yeah, but
I
I feel like
don't
Chance
mean
kind of
goofy
went
in a
like
bad
a
way. I
whole
mean
different.
goofy, actually goofy, like fun goofy.
Yeah.
Dre, I don't see nothing about. I only see something about the album cover, not the covers on the album. So if you find whatever you talking about, I would like to read it.
The Awaken My Love, like the cover.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just look up they wouldn't call it covers because they would say it's samples. But it's not that deep. We don't. I don't. I
No.
I don't want to have to go
I'm not
through
looking
this
it up
because it's funny.
Hold on. I'm not looking it up to talk about it on the show. I'm looking it up for me. That's what I'm.
Okay,
I'm
saying we doing the show right now.
yeah.
But like it's the same exact feeling, the same exact sentiment I had freaking 7 years ago when we started this podcast, and Steph said Childish Gambino was in her top 5, and I said Childish Gambino, and she ran up on me. She ran up on me. I remember I was on the park bench, kind of scared, just a little bit, but I wasn't going back down because it's Childish Gambino. This man got his name from Wu-Tang name generator. It's not a joke.
I know. We know.
For some reason, if it's
duh, because that's why people use the Wu-Tang name generator.
I have to check that out now.
Word.
And then my last question, my last one, that we can it's just like always. And then when I went to the show, and after that, I listened to everything. I was just like, man, like what if it was him instead of Drake? Like, what if? Right? What if he was part of that big three? What if? I don't know.
He couldn't do it. What? No.
It would be weird.
It's like he couldn't do it. No. What?
It would be weird. Well, them being like just not changing anything about themselves, like just being just elevating status and lowering status.
Right. Like all right, you take out the big three in the situation, but like the same kind of star power that Drake had, because obviously they both came from like acting and whatever, and then they went and they have like musical backgrounds, whatever, like
Well, Donald's a whole comedian.
Well, he's an actor.
Half a comedian.
Yeah, he's an actor.
He's done stand up. He's a whole comedian. So it's like,
I watch Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I don't think comedians would.
huh?
I don't think comedians would accept him as a comedian. But hey, I could be wrong. Maybe I just don't like the guy.
You don't like the guy. You
Yeah,
don't.
like, yo, that's
You
the crazy
don't.
thing.